He said that you guys deposited 500 gold into the bank.
Yeah.
And then you withdrew 30,000 silver for a crisp battery.
No, he's wrong.
That's what I thought. I thought, hang on a minute, that you could buy 2 cars with fully charged batteries for that.
Yeah, he's wrong.
So did you withdraw money or not?
No. So basically I put in 500. And then I put in 30,000. And then
let's do this proper. You guys are sitting around in the White Dove. Everybody's there, and you're able to talk.
Right.
Yeah?
Sorry,
Fine.
1 second. Just get one like this. Get one like this, Chris.
Hello, wake up or I kill you.
Yeah.
Hello, wake up or I kill.
That's the one I use every morning. Because that's what I say to Logan every day and every night. So yeah, good night, Logan. I'll probably kill you in the morning.
it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Very, very nice. The great pirate Roberts.
Yes.
So you guys are sitting around the White Dove. Please resume your conversation. I just wanted to open up and take some cards. Yeah. Get your cards in, yeah.
So I deposited 500.
Yep. I had that bit, yeah.
And then I found 30,000 silver at a later point. And then we found enough loot to keep the Dove going for 7 months.
Right.
6.
Whatever.
All right. So was the 30,000 included with the loot you found to keep the Dove going for 6 months?
No.
All right. So the 30,000 was loot you kept for yourself. You didn't put it into the bank.
No, I did.
Oh, you did. All right. So
because it was going to be used for a new battery right away. Like it was like, all right, we're back. Battery. Because I don't remember. I started not giving a fuck what prices were.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I have a lot of money, and he started throwing numbers at me. I'm like, no, that's wrong. No, that's still wrong. That's still wrong. Fuck you. Here's about much money. Let's fucking make it work.
Battery's $5,000, not 30 grand.
Right.
Okay.
You could buy a brand new flying car for 10 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
A fully charged battery is a third the price of a flying car.
So that's something I wanted to check with you, Logan. In the price list, you have the flying car listed as 10,000 silver. And then you said, no, the 5,000 battery lasts only 2 months.
Oh, that's when you buy it and plug it in. So
the 10,000 is without battery.
It's like buying a car with a non-working engine. You just have to buy a 5,000 silver engine.
That's why I wanted to confirm if the price was with or without the battery.
The problem is once the battery is installed, whether you use it a lot or you don't use it at all, you got 1 month.
2 months for a normal one.
Oh,
is it 2?
It's a thing of beauty.
The combat flying cars 1 month.
Yeah.
All right.
Beauty.
So that means that we have like
an extra battery ready to go in whenever. Yeah. Cool.
Right. I'm just updating my price list to say it's without battery.
I was just testing the spell things. You guys did a good job, man. That's fucking sweet. I love that willpower at the top. The eighth one's fixed. The 10th one's fixed. So
yeah. All right. So it's not that you took out 30 grand; you put in 30 grand.
I do like how they.
Also, we didn't know how much it was to fucking make that place run.
Yeah. I know.
Is it 1,000 silver a month or a week?
It is once I recalculated it to take into account the nurse that we'd forgotten about and some guards that somebody had added on that I wasn't aware of. It's 455 silver a week, so it's about 1,800 silver a month or 26 gold a month.
So is there any
it's actually
way
closer to 2,000 silver a month?
I know you guys are quite against having like anyone else going in there, but is there no way we can do something with this place so it starts just paying for itself at least?
Well, yeah. Well, that was one of the things I was thinking. Yeah, so if we upgrade it to the next level, I think we could then potentially start looking at using it as a theatre. But then we'd need to get somebody to run it, or one of you with decent acting would need to look at that sort of stuff.
Or we just make it into an entertainment centre with ladies.
Well, I was thinking we do like Moulin Rouge during the week, and on the weekends we do high class. We do high class theatre.
Ooh, okay, now I'm into it. I will do the Moulin Rouge bit.
But yeah, that was off the top of my head. That was my thought. Was maybe we could do Moulin Rouge during the week and then high class theatre on the weekends. That way we can cater for a range.
Certainly can.
Quick points for me to bring up, because you guys might realize this since you're when you're actually there. First off, stuff like that, you've got a really valuable, delicate magic painting hanging up, which given how repressive and totalitarian regime the government is, if they found out about it, especially if they found out it came from their school, they will fucking seize it, possibly imprison everybody, maybe level the building, then dance about on it.
Maybe you could put it in a more secure area then.
Well, that comes into a whole bunch of new problems that I almost called them Nova. Doc Fulton came up with the other day, and I'll let him discuss those with you. The second problem with the Moulin Rouge thing is, aside from all of the different staff concerns and shit, because you guys have tried playing businessmen before, and A, nobody has the skills for it. B, nobody seems to really want to do it. They want to get it set up and running and stuff, which is fine, but when you deal with a lot of individuals and stuff, like the reason that Holmes is the ambassador shit successful is because he pretty much gets a cut of somebody else's stuff. Like in one case, it's a cut of gunsmith stuff. In the other case, the government pays a generous stipend to him for making a desalination plant, because officially the Australians own it, but in reality, like, the government's keeping tight lid on that shit because it's their people. So in both cases, he's found a very clever small loop. But if you have to manage a lot of people and shit like that and keep track of them, and so-and-so can't come in because, this and that, well, that would go against Chris's and Pete's thing of, we want big stuff. We want to deal with the big questions, and your thing of making cool scenes, because while doing an occasional theater show is fun for Kinley, having to deal with it all the time.
No, but that's the part. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying we want to make massive money off it. I just want to make it self-reliant, and we can not have to be here for it. Because then it goes into the whole thing of, does Logan want us to spend 3 hours with boring shit, doing books and managing people, which is going to make for boring listening? Or do you want us out there doing the fun stuff, which makes for better listening?
The problem is that while you're saying we don't want to make massive money, honestly, the amount that this place takes is massive money. You're dealing with many people's full-time work, wages and stuff, just in trying to make that amount, and then you also have to pay people and stuff. So I'm just saying, if you're trying it that way, I mean, it's cool to think, yes, we have Moulin Rouge and shit, but unless you've got business people that you trust running that and know the butler, he manages the house. That's what a butler's job is. Unless you can find those kind of people or recruit them or whatever, and even if you can, it will be a nonstop pain in the ass, because you have to deal with John Q. Public. And anytime you deal with the public, as all of us know, they suck ass.
Okay, well, let's look at it this way then. It's the only thing that really is in this place that we care about is the painting. Is that right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get the fucking painting out of here, leave this whole massive, big, bloody thing, get somewhere just small and secure, put the painting in there. Because at the moment, I just see a lot of people are running around going crazy, trying to make money, blowing pods, to get money to pay for a fucking big building that we're not really even using much of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
How many weeks ahead would you have paid, or would you have ready for here? Just out of curiosity.
Well, pre the extra 30,000 that I just found out about, it was 80 weeks.
Right.
So with the
okay,
30,000,
which really sucks because I wouldn't have blown any pause yesterday on any of that shit had I known we were that far ahead. Like, the amount of money that I blew it on was like this much compared to what we had.
Well, the 500 gold makes a big. 500 gold is.
It's good to have the money. It's just the same to suck it into a place, and especially when, I mean, we could go from here now. We could go and run some stuff, and Logan's like, what you've just done has taken you 3 months. Well, there you go. It's a shitload of money just gone because it's taken us time to do a certain mission or something.
Yeah.
So it seems silly.
Well,
so 500 gold's 35,000 silver. So.
Well, also a quick note: a lot of the money costs here because the building doesn't cost you anything to upkeep. You could definitely get a smaller building that still has a large enough room to hold this, but a lot of your cost is, in addition to the butler, you have a lot of guards and stuff. This is why nobody's ever fucked with your building, and the butler's always having a miniature heart attack when he wanders by and discovers you guys are in this room.
There's 6 guards and 3 cleaners, as well as a trained nurse and a stable hand and a caretaker and a butler.
Yeah, that's who we're paying for, and we really don't need it. We could just do that same shit in fucking MMO.
Yeah.
Well, then you got a different problem if you're in MMO.
Yeah. Or Beastkin, but wherever we are, we have. It's a matter of do we. Then it goes to do we want all our eggs in one basket?
I would not leave the fucking painting with the people in MMO land. I've learned they are fucking bad at keeping shit.
Don't worry, I wouldn't trust.
Then we want to put it at the embassy, which is like our most secure location.
Yeah.
Different problem there. You brought up the problem, Chris.
Oh yeah, so it's not magic; it's magic, isn't it? So it's magic and embassy you have to roll, so it's going to make it hard.
And
which is why I was thinking that. Which is the only good thing about it being here is that we actually do have guards on it, and we do at the moment have plenty of gold or silver to keep the place going.
Can we do a couple of before we go too much into this? Can we just do a couple of briefings so Matt doesn't have to sit here and mess again?
Oh, sure. By the way, Pete, did you already take cards, sir?
No, I haven't taken cards yet. Sorry.
So something else that happened yesterday is that we were in MMO and we were walking up to the the PC hidey hole, and so I saw you leaving without drinking from the PC hiding hole, and you had ransacked the place. I don't suppose that was, of course, not you, right? I figured it wasn't you, but was it?
Could have been. I black out every now and again, but not a lot. It's very rare these days.
Well, you had trumped out with someone that was locked up in a room.
Well, considering I don't actually have the ability to do the trump yet, then yeah, that probably definitely wasn't me.
Another thing, though, now to consider about the White Dove that actually might make the White Dove actually, worth having around is I actually have a trump of the room where the painting is in of the White Dove.
Oh, nice.
As he brings up another reason to keep this money, Ted.
So that was going to be one of my next trumps was of the White Dove.
And then I have a trump of the village of Theg in MMO land.
Okay, not familiar with that place.
We basically explored all of the eastern side of MMO land on the eastern side of the mountains.
Okay, nice. I've got a...
What?
West.
West.
I've got a trump of our guest rooms in Castle Amber, and a trump of the Australian Embassy.
Good point. While you're both here, please try and teach me trump, because no one seems to be able to fucking teach me, and teaching everyone else just can't.
Yeah. Does
anybody have any reds, by the way?
No.
I didn't even look. No.
Before we do that, there was something else on the top of my mind.
Well,
Oh yeah,
also, teaching him Trump is 2 days.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said before we do that.
And he won't learn a thing.
Did you catch up with Fiona, Doc?
With who?
Fiona.
No. So
all right.
I can't use trumps right now. Like I can't use their trumps. Here.
Interesting.
I pull out the old deck. So I have a deck of trumps. A lot of the. How many are in this deck, Logan? You said
as many as Logan needs to give you, and no more.
It's basically a full deck of the old schoolers, not the newer people in Amber. Fiona, I hold up Fiona and concentrate. Nothing.
Negative. Nothing.
Does the card feel cold?
No.
All right.
It just doesn't work.
However, the cards for Theg and stuff like that do feel cold.
All right. I pull out my deck of trumps. And I check my card for Fiona to see if it feels the same, just on the off chance there's a difference.
Same
casting spells.
Kinley ignores you guys and goes back to casting spells.
Yeah,
where you're feeling
Random gave me a few trumps as well. That was how we got in that's how we got in touch with Fiona.
I need a trump of myself soon.
Yeah.
Actually, you could teach him that by. You could, if you wanted to really fucking do that, both Pete and Chris could make a trump of Chris. Of course, Pete would catch Chris like painting and stuff as Chris is painting that, and Chris would be painting, looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And so then you could do that trump in order to try to teach Kinley. If you wanted to.
Yeah. But before we do that, how urgent is the zombie problem or the undead problem?
So that was interesting. In Theg seems to have been the last destroying of a town. We went there; it was completely cleared out. That's actually how we have all the money, because we went there and everybody was dead and gone. So we looted the place.
Okay.
Also, I have all these dragon bones back in MMO land.
I saw it about dragon bones.
There's latent magic in it, so it can be crafted into some kind of magic items, possibly. But since we really don't know how to do that yet, we'll have to wait on that. But at least we know that we have like latent magic in dragon bones. Also, so we found out that I'm pretty sure that the reason that the whole undead army is not the gems, but is because Freddy got he was greedy and took the treasure from the borrows. Like after we did, like because he didn't need that sword. We're like, dude, we need the money. Fuck everything else. Like we need this. Like we're pretty desperate for it. So that's why we took the money, and we didn't even take all the money. We just took like a good chunk of it, but we left everything else. Well, he took that sword because he just wanted it, and at least because that goes with their whole curse, which is why. And I guess the whole anvil is cursed. So anyway, they cleared out at least two villages, and then the tracks kind of disappear. Like there is no army. Like I didn't see anything, but all these tracks led to this weird. It looked like a city-ish, or like it went down into the darkness in the desert. It looked like a ruined city that went down. So yeah, pretty sure it was Freddy who caused that. We did get so I went and talked to the Jolly Green Giant, and I had him come down from his hidden valley, and I wonder if there's ranch there. He must have a ranch, I'm sure. Anyway, he came down from his hidden valley, and he's gonna go. And if there's any undead around, he's gonna go help take care of it. He's not. He doesn't like me very much because he knows I'm the destroyer of worlds. So like, I don't know how that got to him, but he knows. And then I warned at least one village that it was nearby. So hopefully they'll either get the word out or we explored everything else. There's some inside the in the ocean. There's a whirlpool, and there's a gate next to it, down in the water, and there's a glowing city. Can I make a member roll? Because I didn't write it down because I was in no fucksville at that time.
Nice.
I fumble. So there was a glowing pirate ship there.
Nice.
And like it's in the water.
Jack Sparrow.
And yeah, it was glowing or something. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Clearly, I don't remember. I threw some pennies in there and made a wish, and my wish was that Freddy, like, lost Sand, and he did. So
Awesome.
Nice.
yeah, he realized that he was the cause of thousands of deaths, and it made me very happy. It gave me a very warm, buzzy feeling. Hey, Logan, do I get Sand back for causing him Sand? No. Well, I don't know. Chris did, so I guess that's a different story.
You get a warm, fuzzy feeling in your pants.
Did Freddy take you to the bushes?
Yeah, I was like, oh, neat. Why did I spend pause on this? Why did we spend this much time? I was like, okay, great. He got us lost in the forest, and then I got us out because, yeah. Anyway,
this is a butler coming in.
there was some six-eyed, bus-sized creature with a horn, in the castle over there.
Oh yeah. In the one that he thought was made of diamond ore.
Yeah, this one. I pull out the little, like a small little keep.
It's a little miniature replica that's about this big.
Okay.
Of the keep. Apparently, it looks crudely crafted. He didn't do a great job on it.
This is the same thing. This is it.
Okay. So it got shrunk, or you managed to shrink it. Or is it
It's the whole thing is yes, it's a magic item that makes a little 4-story little keep. It's good for like a small team. It's not really big. There's no what?
Where do you go? Can we not put a magic painting in that? That'd be awesome.
So anything that's inside goes the fuck away. So if you're standing inside and I shrink it,
bye.
Which almost happened. We almost had a man down.
Awkward.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, because Freddy didn't want to leave. Like, he was thinking about staying inside, and I activated it, and then, ooh, it would have been bad. So that's the bad thing, is you can't shrink it and take it with you if you have crap inside. Otherwise, it just becomes pulverized. Okay. And I'm sure, like, the whole thing will just explode at that point, because that's the way this kind of magic always seems to work. Yes. So anyway. The other bad part is if you use it, there's no doors on it. So... like, we could probably take it to MMO Land and have their mages work on getting doors put on it. So
what, you got to fly into it or get ropes and climb in or something?
Oh, no. It's like there's a door. There's a front door, but there's no door on the door. It's just an open portal.
It's an opening.
Yeah, there's an opening. Okay. There's stairs. Okay. It's a decent little keep. I mean, if you've seen it. I don't know. Did you go see it or no?
We just looked at it from a distance. Could see there was something big moving around in it and decided not to check it out.
Yeah, it was kind of a big pansy. Matter of fact, I beat the shit out of it with my putter because it needed some death, and
needed death.
Freddy almost died to an angry bear that I pulled out of a book. But I mean, that's another story completely.
Okay. Did Freddy tell you about the 3 dark one and the ghost?
No. Oh, he didn't tell me about the interesting part in the forest? The part that I would have enjoyed?
Reverse dice.
Oh, fuck you.
So I crit that spell, and I will now take Warhammer pocket trick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're having a few fumbles there.
Yeah, I used reverse dice on that one, so it's a crit.
Oh, nice. Nicely done. So the bones, there was an altar there with bones on them, and apparently it was a druid grove.
Mhm.
Damn it.
and the spirit that formed looks like an individual by the name of Corey Nichols.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah. I thought I'd
And they were
pass it on.
druids, right?
Yep.
No. There was no druids. It was just him dead.
Oh.
He was. I think he was
Bang.
dressed like a druid,
Of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
he was.
yeah.
and we were in
Yeah,
the grove.
And he was really angry, and that was why the whole forest was nasty, because he was really angry. He
Mm.
was an angry ghost, so we gave him a decent burning,
Ooh.
and he showed us where the treasure was and the some magic items.
I understand that.
Do you guys have your glasses by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, actually, there's a spare pair at the White Dove. Like here, there's a spare pair here, and I made sure Janet had a pair too. So that way, as she's cataloging, it'll be easier for her to get stuff. Though Janet has gone back to MMO to find out what's going on with the undead army.
Do you mind if I take the glasses?
Yeah, go ahead.
I do not have a set, and I do have the skill. I just need to build it up with.
Yeah, go ahead.
The butler
So you
brings
managed
in
to
a
track
tray
down
of
a few more pairs, did you?
and sandwiches.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I got Freddie a pair. I got Janet a pair, and then there was a spare pair.
So
Okay.
What's the starting charges on those?
50.
50, right? 50 charges.
Says the butler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything else you gentlemen need? He's brought in the wheelie tray with the cloth that covers all the way down to the sides and stuff, so somebody can hide underneath and go with sandwiches and drinks and stuff on it.
No.
I think we're good.
Very good. If you need anything, he indicates the small butler bell, and then he fucks off because he doesn't know what
Is there tea and coffee with the was there tea and coffee with the sandwiches?
Drinks, yes.
I check underneath there because I can't have that. That'll just fucking drive me
It
nuts.
shows like a little dude. Fuck!
I can see like Swift in there, like, oh.
There's nobody in there. Like, yeah. Of course you have to check it because otherwise it will bug the shit out of you. Shows him hiding on the opposite side while you're doing that and creeping back in.
Logan, I take the spare set of glasses.
Oh god damn! You pulled off your Warhammer trick already.
And I put them on. Do you gentlemen want to do this? It's up to you if you want to skillful. But I put them on. And I take a look at the Warhammer that I'm currently holding like a baby.
You can't because you did the Warhammer trick.
You just tricked it.
Put it away.
I'll take it out.
Oh, all right. Keep in mind, by the way, that you can only have one weapon tricked.
Yes.
So even if you
Unless it's, I thought if you had the higher level version allows you to have two weapons tricked.
No, it
the higher
allows you
level
to have a
version?
different kind of weapon trick.
No. There's other.
Oh, are you talking about pockets and stuff as opposed to tricks?
No. There was a higher level, like the fourth or fifth spell in the tree.
Oh, hold on a second. I don't think he's up that high.
No. It's I'm branching out. I don't think I'm climbing up at the moment. I'm taking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I will carry around my two-handed sword because I am strong like Paul.
Extra. Sorry, the third spell is extra sword trick.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different deal. He's like.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought he'd done equivalent to that.
That hammer's not magic. I don't know what you're dealing with. I don't know why you're all excited about it. It's junk.
Thanks.
I know it looks glowing, but it's junk. So I don't know what your deal is.
As he's saying that, you see something unusual happening. Magic. Black wispy tentacles. All right. Black wispy tentacles that don't seem to be magic in the sense that you understand magic are forming around your Zog sword map. And they're starting to coalesce, and it's almost like watching octopus tentacles slowly wrapping around the Zog sword.
Oh, Loger's tentacles. One of the Princes of Chaos is trying to get your sword from you.
Get off my sword, bitch!
What do you do, Alex?
I try and pocket the sword. Not there anymore.
That may good luck on your pocketing because it's yeah.
Well, even if I lose it, to be honest, it's fucking Zog's dead. Well, there's that thing of Zog anyways.
But it's a nice magic sword, isn't it?
It's okay. It's just a normal magic sword, really.
He's now got a new toy.
It doesn't do anything special except against Hulk.
But I don't think Zog's dead. I think that was a shadow of him.
Yeah, this is a shadow of the sword, so it's probably only good against a shadow of him, not him.
Roll that shit.
Ah!
Yoink! It goes, kind of disappears into sparklies and rainbows and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Does it? Hold on, let me check on something here. Yeah, it does, sorry.
I'm going to replenish because I've got shit. You guys got shit.
Hold on.
Yeah. Is the spell directed at me because I'm the one wielding the sword?
Not really a spell.
Right. It's a spell break.
So because several of us had activated our glasses to check out his warhammer.
Yes.
Was there any magic, like the tentacles appeared to be coming out of it?
Not at all. It didn't look magic at all.
It's Logris. It's not. You can't. It's beyond. It's higher.
Okay.
Right. I'm just gonna.
Well, it's concerning that Logris is working in here.
Right. Draw. Yeah. I don't know how that.
Yes. How the fuck is that?
Right. Great. Reroll. I reroll the fucking.
Because the whole thing about the firewall was that they were trying to break it so Zog could get in, as in the Courts of Chaos Zog, presumably.
Got my tool trick.
Mean that
right.
Sort of
your sword is tricked. The Logris tentacles, if they are indeed that, according to Doc Fulton, flail around a bit. Like,
can you grab them and pull them? I tried to.
Tentacles.
They seem insubstantial, but you do that, and eventually the tentacles go away. Having not found their
piece of shit. Trying to take my shit. Yeah.
He sits there with his warhammer out. You guys examine it with your goggles. Let me see.
I got a crit of mine. Don't forget that.
God damn it. Hold on a minute. Let me look them up. DIY MMO. And you got these from Blood Pass. Okay. Ancient looking warhammer. It's got some runes and shit on it. Let's see. Right. With the crit, I'm going to give you some more stats. Ready?
Yeah.
If somebody attacks the hammer itself, of course, it's called shot, -30. It has armor of 2 places and 15 hit points if somebody's trying to fuck it up. Anybody picking it up gets to undergo some sandy roll, as you've seen. This hammer is at a plus 30% to fuck up any non-magical regular sized doors. So if you beat a door with it and you're like Logan asked for a strength roll and you're like, I'm using my hammer, you're at a plus 30% because fuck doors, right? Any spells cast at the wielder, whether good or ill, up to you, can be resisted with an additional willpower ×3 roll. No, it doesn't work on Logris and shit like that. If the spell doesn't normally get a resistance roll, you get the willpower ×3 roll. Sorry. Note that resistance is not voluntary, nor will putting down the hammer just for a second solve it. So if somebody casts a healing spell on you, or if you cast a pocket or something like that, then the magic resistance is still trying to... Actually, I'll put it, your own spells, you don't need the willpower. Anybody else tries to cast anything helpful on you, like healing and shit, you got to do the willpower. So your own spells don't count. For you, the party paladin, this is great. Party paladin. Let's see. And let's see. Right. Somebody else, like grabbing and trying to claim or use the hammer. As you've seen, they have to make a willpower ×5 roll. Fumble equals make a new character. It's sentient. It's evil. Like Alex, it's not as evil as Alex, but it's evil. And it really, if it's dyed as blood, and
it's gonna get a lot of those.
This thing really, it's happiest if you're attacking spellcasters first or breaking up other magic items and shit like that. Doesn't like magic. But it's your bitch, so yeah. As long as you keep it, it knows it has a strong wielder and will, and it's pretty convinced that you're going to keep it fed on blood. As soon as your Warhammer skill, two-handed Warhammer skill gets up a bit.
What? So what's its base damage and?
Oh, right.
Magic bump, is it? Yes.
Let's see. Where is each? It's got a magic bump, but hold on a second. I think it kind of works out to be the same as your sword, except this has got a couple other things. So let's see. Hold on a minute. Where's my damage track? Let's see. Heavy. This is definitely a heavy melee, so it starts at D10. It's two-handed heavy melee, so it's now D12. And then plus your strength, if you ever build up Hammer Time Martial Arts.
Yeah.
Which was first made by the famous dwarf MC Hammer.
Oh boy.
Hold on, it's D12 because of two-handed.
Well, it's
D12 because of magic and two-handed.
No, it's D12 because it's two-handed. Sorry, its base damage, therefore, since it's also magic, is D6 plus D8.
Right. So
Since it's a heavy hammer, it's D10. It's two-handed, so it's D12. It's magic, so it's D6 plus D8.
Oh, right.
So it lays out a reasonable amount of damage.
Yeah. That is one step up beyond the sword.
There you go. Upgrade, says Kinley. Take the sword, fucking tentacle thing. I've got new toy. Of course, this does come with a little bit extra baggage for you other two. If you'd like to go ahead and make your Read Dwarven Runes skill.
Ooh, I'm going to get a trophy for checking this. I do have the skill.
Oh, yeah. What's it say?
All right. Oh, and it, of course, it has some masked properties on it. You know,
it's got yeah.
There you go.
Kasrak the Mountain Splitter.
Everybody except the guy who owns it gets it.
Yeah.
He goes,
I already know what it is, though.
Yeah.
Right, so it's Read Dwarven Runes is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said you said the last one you said was it had Mastercraft?
Mask properties.
Masked properties.
Yes. It always has mask properties, which is kind of the GM's way of saying other shit may happen. You know for a fact that that you suspect one of the mask properties may have something to do with ability to cause avalanches better if you have geologists present or some shit.
That was so fucking funny. What? Let's get the geologist in. Everyone just sat there quiet.
Hey, I wonder if that would help in the sewers, like any blocked passages, just fucking.
Could also bring the sewer down on us.
That's very true too, but
given what you've seen, Alex, you're thinking doing it in the sewers? No, let's not do that. It's kind of like setting up a bunch of C4 all around you and going, all right, now we're going to put a little charge on this fucking thing I want cleared and see. Hope the rest don't go off.
Okay.
It really, you've seen the damage that the pass had taken. You're not wanting a piece of that. I mean, big fucking, the pass is blocked. A whole mountain pass got blocked by a giant landslide, apparently. If this hammer had anything to do with it, you're thinking, nope. And please don't miss and accidentally hit walls and shit while you're fighting.
Gotcha. Okay.
What the extra dimension pocket, which is the library, that is. Do we know what pocket that belongs to, or who that pocket belongs to? I'm just thinking of a safe place of leaving the Death Dog sword because someone obviously wants it. And while I have it pocketed, I can't pocket the hammer, which is what I wanted to do when we next go to see the dwarves, because I didn't want to be like, here's your cursed fucking hammer, bitches. I'm going to be like, it's in a safe place, I'm dealing with it, we need to research it more, and I was going to try and do all that shit, but I can't really go in there if I've already got the sword pocketed. If I take the sword out, probably Temple's going to come back and be like, I thought now, and I don't want to have it. So, I was wondering if we should attempt leaving it in the library.
If we know, now that we know that someone's trying to claim the sword with tentacles, that means it's going to happen again. It'll probably happen like once a day. I have a sneaking suspicion. Unless they've branched out, because, I mean, those damn Princes of Chaos, they're pretty old. They've been doing that shit for a while.
Yeah.
So it's possible. All right. So
I can see all this new information going into Pete's brain, whirling around, and into his mind palace.
So I'm thinking that we're not. What we're dealing with is we're dealing with other Dorers that have walked the Logris. We're not actually dealing with, because Zog couldn't enter this place. That was the whole reason they had the red sphere on the barrier, was to try and bring it down to allow Zog to enter, which to me would indicate those that are outside the firewall can't get in.
Okay.
Also, Fiona can't get in. We could not bring Fiona in. I don't know how much Freddie told you.
This is new.
All right. So it was.
He left out
Zog.
the important shit again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill that little fuck.
I bet he didn't tell you what he told Fiona either.
That what?
I bet he didn't tell you what he told Fiona either.
What's that?
All right, I'll go through what we learnt first.
We had to put him aside and give him the talk, Doc.
Yes. So basically, Fiona was checking out the firewall or the wall of fire.
Yeah.
She said she was near it or something, but we're pretty sure she was investigating it. She couldn't go through it. When she was killed, she wasn't killed, I should say. She was attacked by Zog. As in, not the Zog we had, but the actual Zog outside. Who cut her heart out. She was dumped in some weird, crazy chaos realm, which is where we found her. And after we got her heart back, put it back in her chest, and then we attempted to bring her through to the Australian embassy using the trump I'd created. She could not come through the firewall, and in fact, she took fire damage Basically, she took damage from the firewall. It burnt her. So we shadow walked to another location that wasn't so crazy and where it was not as inhospitable for her to rest up.
Okay.
And then when she recovered enough to come conscious, we were chatting to her, and she mentioned about the firewall, and Freddie said, "Oh yeah, there's broken bits of the pattern in that."
We're like, but she was like, really? And I was like, let's all go outside for a minute.
And unfortunately, neither Alex nor I were aware of that either. So it's not like we could tell Freddie beforehand, don't tell her this stuff. Because assumably it was stuff that you had discovered when Freddie was in your presence. But we hadn't caught up with you, so we weren't aware of that information ourselves.
I got some headache tablets, Chris. I'll send them over.
So we pulled Freddie aside and had a bit of a discussion with him, and he was going,
So he literally told me none of that, but he did bring up the spices about 50 times.
Yes.
We need a spice truck. We need a spice truck. We need a spice truck. Let's go to Burlington. I swear to God, he says everything I hate constantly. Burlington, dealing with little crap I can give fucks about.
It sounds to me that Mildred has been teaching him how to give briefings. It really does, yeah. like when we were with when Alex and I were with Freddie before we went and rescued Fiona, I was asking him about, all right, so what happened when you did this? What happened when you did that? And it was just pulling information out, and I was basically having to interrogate him and prod him and ask him and say, all right, so what about this? And just to get the information out. So we said, right.
I think the funny thing is that we pulled him aside and we kind of said, right, this is how Amber works. It's all based on information. People fucking hate each other, so they keep hold of the information, praise it like fucking gold. And I'm like, just don't let on anything that we know about that you think could be of any importance to them. And you went, I'm not going to talk.
Same thing that Matt did all those years ago.
Yeah.
By the way, I would like to point out that Freddy plus Doc Fulton is just like a bad buddy cop movie. That is amazing because you've got the new green guy and the old jaded guy. The old jaded guy's like, I so want to kill you right now. And the green guy's like, we need a spice truck.
He brought that shit up so often. I was like, then go. Like I just wanted, like, you know what? Then go. Get the fuck out. Go. I got things to do. Like I don't give a shit about your fucking salt and pepper, bitch. We got some other. You know what the fuck? You've unleashed a horde of undead, and you want to still go back and get some fucking
Paprika
seasonings? You shitbag. So one thing that's very important about all that, even though he told me none of that, which fucker. So what I want to know now is that we know for a fact that someone from Amber was imprisoned in the Shadow Academy too, because remember, and then we know that Corwin has been in here too. We also know that Max Bailey is of the blood of Amber, and he was the one that he was in the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Well,
he
because
might be a shadow. Sorry,
it could be a shadow of him. Yes, you're right.
I think Max might be a shadow. Not he, as in he. I think because he's a shadow, that's why he had those extra abilities, but he wasn't to the extent of being an Amberite.
I think. Well, if he made a pocket dimension, I think he's.
Yeah, I know.
That's one hell of a shadow.
Yeah. So unless he was playing you after you rescued him.
Well, there's a painting of him in Castle Amber.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean that's the big one that just that means he's playing all of Amber too, and that's a bit much.
Which is why I was wondering if he might be a shadow of the person in the painting as opposed to an actual Amberite. But in regards, sorry, go ahead. Go. No. Okay.
I was just going to say, and then you know about how we rescued Random, and I guess the old king of Amber is still alive, but they're not sure. Like he was supposed to be dead, so that means
Eric or Oberon.
Oberon is still alive somewhere, or something. Yeah, the ghost of him is somewhere.
Okay.
Don't know exactly what's up with that. I haven't really gone back there because we're dealing with this is our place, so we need to worry. We needed to worry about the undead. Otherwise, I would have went right to Amber again and be like, "What? Hey, what's going on, bitches?" Because that's how I roll. So, yeah.
All right. So, why do you believe Oberon is alive? Because
Random said so.
Right. Freddie didn't mention anything about that because he wasn't paying. Well, he wasn't paying much attention, I don't think, and because he doesn't know who these people are. It's just going over his head.
Yeah. We met the Queen as well. We met Blaze. We met.
Oh, by the way, you freakish other two do notice that Doc Fulton's wearing a new ring on his finger because you guys have freakishly high notice shit. Could you describe the ring that Doc Fulton's wearing?
It's like a plain gold band with a red stone, and it's on my pinky.
Okay.
Is that and then pimping hand or non-pimping hand?
Gotta keep the pimp hand.
Got it.
So, we met Gerard, who's a strong
Yes.
fucker.
Yes. I've got a trump of Gerard. And of Julian and...
Oh, that's a good point. Chris, you do have a trump of Gerard, Julian, and possibly anybody else that...
I assume, and random, obviously.
Random, right.
And Fiona.
Do I have a trump of Max Bailey?
No.
Okay.
Good question.
He is apparently as mysterious as he is powerful, and his power is only matched by his mystery.
Where is my...
I met Julian on the way out.
Okay.
From as we were leaving, he just gave his thanks. You know, he protects the forest there with his wolves of holy shit. Kane is missing. I don't know why I like that, but I'm really excited that he's missing. I don't know why.
Wasn't he murdered or something?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. Was he? That I don't know about.
Well, depending on how much the books actually happened, he was murdered by what's his name? Luke. Ronaldo, I think, who was the son of Brand from memory.
Swade? What? I don't know. That sounds familiar for some reason. Anyway, so Random, when he was captured, was on a mission that Oberon had sent him out on.
Oh, really?
And then he was somewhere where it was hard to use technology, but the lightsaber worked, because that's how we got him uncuffed from the wall. We just sliced through the chains and then pulled him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he mentioned about the sword cutting the chains. Random.
I'm thinking that these recaps may actually help the listeners as well.
So things to think about is remember how, so even if Max is just a shadow of that, his daughter knew things too. And we haven't seen or heard from her either. I'm assuming they got together and bounced and are hiding out somewhere.
Yeah, well, if he can create pocket dimension, pocket realms, pocket zones, whatever, presumably he can also travel between them.
Yeah, especially if we know he's of the blood of Amber, he could shadow walk anywhere and just be chilling somewhere.
Yeah.
That might be something that once we are able to sense these things and like see the power of the pattern a little bit better, that might be then going back to where he used to live might be I shut you off, bitch. Might be a good idea to go back to where his house was to see if there's some kind of lingering pattern. Like I can see now, just there's pattern there, sure, but I wouldn't be able to get more than that. We're not there yet. I'm not there yet.
So you've learnt some new abilities, have you?
I can sense pattern. I can sense Trump twice a day. I can defend against Trump, but I don't have a card of myself, which is why I need a card of myself. So if anybody tries to force a call or force through Trump, I can just be like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Yeah, I think I need to get my Trump back off Alex. For Freddie, sorry.
I saw something about a hologram. So what? Freddie?
Oh, yeah, fantastic! I was sneaking up on 13 ogres. The rest of the party was behind me, and Freddie decided to concentrate on the Trump he made of me, for fuck's sake, and try and say something. And his big fucking head appeared. Alex! And then one of the ogres were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Fucking run!" And then the Benny Hill music started.
Freddie, destroyer of parties. What the fuck?
The spice must flow.
I swear to God, I'm gonna put him in the desert with a giant worm and tell him to fuck off.
The funny thing is, I don't think that was the only time in that it happened again later on, or something he did. He alerted them to our presence.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's a fucking bracelet. He tried to send a message to, I believe it was Mildred, and her fucking bracelet lit up. So the ogre's like, they're over there! It's like, stop sending people messages! Magical or technical, I don't care!
That was awesome. So good. So good.
When Fiona...
We might want to take there's like 3 remaining bracelets. We might want to like lock those up in a Freddy-proof like case, because he tried to give them away to people in MMO land. So, and he wanted to modify them and shit. I'm like, oh my God, if that's the last of them, we like those are gold. Like in case ours get fucked up, yo.
They're for others of our group, or if anybody loses them.
Right. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing?
I would, if you haven't done already, though, I'd set all of yours to silence and vibrate. Because
yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I ignore mine most of the time anyway.
Are you guys setting yours to vibrate?
No, mine's silent because the vibrate makes noise too.
It really does.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Just turn it all off.
Yeah.
Or just don't have one like me.
Airplane mode. Beep.
Yeah.
Flying car mode. Beep.
Have you seen any sign of Mel? She fled the castle when around the time Fiona went missing.
Yeah, for some reason they think that she's behind it.
Yeah. So hopefully, Fiona. Well, depending on if Fiona's gone back to Amber or not, she may have told him, dissuaded them of that. But yeah, after we pulled Freddy aside and gave him a talking to, and we were talking about what we did and didn't want to talk to Fiona about, when we went back, she'd left and just left a note saying, "Thank you for rescuing me. I'll remember." Yeah. This,
how did you find her exactly, anyway?
Trump card. Here. I got
She was fucked, yo.
Because the place that she was contacting us always was here within the shadow. Was here within these realms. It never happened once we crossed through the firewall. So I was just starting to wonder whether or not she was actually trapped in here somewhere. So I thought I'd try it with a Trump here, and I had the 3 of us concentrate on it, as in Alex, Freddie, and myself. Yes.
Quick note. She was not within the wall of fire, but she was.
I know she wasn't.
Close.
Yeah.
Close by. Close shadow.
Yeah. When we found her, she wasn't within it, but she. Yeah. So.
She also didn't have a heart.
Yeah. Zog had cut her heart up. But yeah, she was in a chaos realm nearby.
That was a weird fucking place.
It was very weird. All right. The horde of zombies, or undead, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
How big a horde are we talking? Are we talking thousands?
Yeah. And, well, they're growing. That's the thing. Every time they sack, they grow in number.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they sacked they sacked Theg, and then after that is where all the tracks went into the weird place in the desert. Oh, also, there's a Tyrell pyramid in the anvil.
Is there?
Yeah, it's solid, though. You can't get into it. It's just like...
Yeah,
I think it's like a representation of where it goes, kind of. And at the top of it is a gate. And you can tell even some of the radiation is leaking through.
Okay, so it goes to the equivalent building in Cyberpunk, you think?
Oh, yeah.
And there's leakage. Not nice. All right. Was there flying undead?
No.
So one of the, I had a couple of thoughts of how we could deal with it. One is we do what we did in, we basically do what we did in Land of the Lost with the phone, and see whether or not that works, or if they're, which in itself would be an interesting test to see whether or not they've adapted to ignore that, or they've locked the phone down so it can't be removed.
But the undead in MMO land is something that will it's okay because it's MMO land, so they probably be like,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Things are working normally. This is how this realm works.
It's a natural occurrence.
Yep. True.
Fucking...
The other thing was turn a flying car into a crop duster and spray them with some material, say a flammable material. Add flame and watch it burn.